Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know?
Hi guys! Thanks for tuning in. I'm Raquel.
I'm Jake.
And this is
Don't You Know?
I think my voice might have cracked at the very beginning.
Oh, that's a good one then. You should just take it from a previous episode. No, I'm just joking.
I was
We're always
just so
authentic.
excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Hopefully, because it's going to be on something that we're actually not experts in. Well, we're not experts in anything, but it's something that we're unfamiliar with.
You may notice my audio quality. I'm using a different mic today. I should be back to normal next week.
Okay, let's do some updates with the podcast. In the lead right now is Colorado. So our next podcast, not our next one, but a future podcast might be about Colorado if they continue with their downloads.
I like this. We got 50 episodes we could do here, but
They got to listen first and win.
it's like a feature, like a cameo contest.
So we'll do probably like 2 weeks before, depending on who's in lead, or probably take in some tweets and feedbacks about those states that you would like us to mention. We don't really have any for Virginia, but that's okay. That's getting ahead of us. Let's go ahead and go back onto this. And updates for me. Let's see. It's been hot. Anyone else in California, they know it's been hot. It's been like 3-digit degree weather.
Yeah, same here. I got out of work today. It was literally 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Today it kind of finally cooled down a little bit, though technically it was supposed to cool down yesterday. It was still 100 degrees yesterday. I went out to my car this morning and it had ash on it. The fires, I'm not even right by the fires.
Right.
It's still, we had ash on our cars.
That's crazy.
Not only that, I went to my stepsister's wedding on Saturday. Lovely
Cool.
wedding.
Congratulations.
It was outside in the desert. It's 115 degrees.
Wow,
It was hot.
that's up there.
I spent most of the time in my brother's car.
The AC running.
With the AC running, exactly. And then, luckily the wedding ceremony, 1 was in the shade, so that was great. 2, it was really quick. So after the wedding ceremony, we went back into Nick's car until food was ready. Then we went back out.
Nice.
And that's all for me. I have a really good media update, but let's get some updates for you, social-wise.
I went to the beach. I had a beach trip.
Oh.
Yeah, I went
Nice.
out and we went to East Coast and
You're already on the East Coast. How do you go to the East Coast?
well, I'm near the East Coast. I went to the East Ocean at the ATL. Yeah, it was pretty good. Got stung by a jellyfish for the first
I
time.
hate
As
that.
many times as I've been in the ocean, I've never been stung by a jellyfish.
Oh, I've been
don't know
stung a
how.
couple of times.
I got stung a couple times this weekend. It
hurts.
Yeah, it does. They're really, that's not fun. I mean, it goes
It's
away,
not.
but I'm tough
You
and all.
pour Coke on it. You have to waste Coke.
Salty Tears was just the ocean. It wasn't me. No, it was fun. We had a great time. It started raining while we were in the ocean, so it was coming down just like really heavy, but no lightning or anything, so we were just still swimming. It was really nice. Then went downtown, cruised the shops, had some great food, had some Korean barbecue, had a nice Cuban sandwich brunch kind of thing. Yeah, great vacation. Hadn't had one in a while.
We're gonna have one in December, so save money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we did it kind of on a good budget too. So it was like we're trying to learn how to day trip a little more, so we can do it on a real dime, But we got a hotel for this time. Yeah,
A hotel, Airbnb, it'd be cheaper sometime.
that's a good point. But I don't know. We had a group, so we were just staying in a different thing. I don't know how much Airbnb. There's probably a lot of Airbnb around. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What did I do? Did I talk about? I don't even know. I don't remember what I was trying to talk about. What about you? You got anything else while I try and collect my old man thoughts?
I guess the only thing I have is media-wise. I saw a really, really, really good anime. 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend it.
Alright, which one?
Though, thinking back, there was a couple little parts that, kind of didn't make that much. You could have gone around. And that always happens, because, people think differently, so...
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so what it's about...
What was it called, you said?
It is... I didn't say what it was
Oh, I
called
was gonna
yet.
say.
It is called Erased.
Erased. All right,
It has
I
a
have not
live
heard of it.
action, but I haven't seen the live action. I don't know if I really will. I already know. I think it's like... I don't even think it's in, like, English. So, live actions that aren't in English tend to, like... If they're dubbed, then they're weird because the lips don't match up. It's kind of...
I gotcha. Yeah, because they're not. They can re-edit the mouth sounds a little bit, but that's so much extra work. They don't normally do it.
Yeah. I was watching this one TV show, Dark, which the new season's out and I still haven't watched it. And that's just because it has a lot of... It goes kind of like from the future to the past, about, and all that kind of stuff.
The wall. Sorry.
Anyways, but it's like... So it has a lot to do with family tree. Like, this person is this person's father, who's this person's grandpa.
Yeah.
And, like, I actually had to draw a family tree because I was getting confused on who was related to who.
That's fun.
And who was whose parent. And so I just haven't gone into this new season because I think this new season's actually in the future. So then it's like, oh, now I gotta know a whole bunch of new people and who they're related to. Yeah, so I just haven't done it yet. But this anime is called Erased, and it also kind of deals with, like, going into the past. So I guess I kind of like that thing. So what it is this guy, he's 29, and when he was 10, about to be 11, these 3 kids that were about his age, that were his age, they were all kidnapped and killed.
Okay.
And the person they convicted and is on death row was actually someone he knew, and he didn't believe it was him that did it. And this guy was like 23 at the time, and he's just like this awkward young adult that just like... What made it creepy was sometimes he would talk and play with the kids. That's why he was socially awkward, and that's kind of why they let him take the fall for it. So, he has this kind of gift where he can go back a couple minutes. And usually when he goes back a couple minutes, it's to save someone's life.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was like when you, man, I wish I'd have said this, or man, I wish I'd insulted his shoes.
Yeah, and he doesn't have control over it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it just happens, and he's just like, oh, wait, I've seen that already before.
It's a superpower of opportunity.
Yeah, and so then he's like, okay, I have to look for who I'm supposed to save. So what happens is he's out with his mom, and he goes back, and he's like, Mom, like, look around, is there anything out of the ordinary? And his mom sees this one guy, and she thinks that this guy is about to kidnap this kid.
Oh, I see.
And she, like, kind of makes, like, eye contact with him, and then this car comes by, and now the little girl is by herself.
Okay.
And so she ends up, like, calling someone, we don't know who she calls until later, and saying that she thinks that they got the wrong guy and that the guy is back. The actual guy is back. And the main guy, I can't remember what his name is now. Anyways, the main guy ends up kind of going through this, like, traumatic kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And he freaks out, and he ends up going back 18 years this time. He's never gone back this far. He's only gone back a few minutes.
Oh my goodness.
So he kind of, like, is like, what's going on? And then he's like, I can like, save these people.
Your whole life's different. You go back 18 years. That's crazy.
Well, it's funny, because, like, when he first was doing this, and he had to go back to school, and he walks into the classroom, I go, man, I'd be in some trouble, because I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like, overnight, you're getting D's and F's.
No, not even that. I'd be like, I don't remember where my classroom is. I don't remember which seat I'm in. Like, I don't remember any of that.
You get in trouble because you're like, who are you? I literally don't know your name. Go to the principal's office. Where's the principal's office?
But see, the thing is that actually happens. But then, like, after I was thinking that, he's like, wait, I don't remember where I sat. And I was like, oh, see, they actually, like...
I feel like
he really remembers where they sat in second grade.
I feel like you might pull your... Yeah, I don't even know.
Wait, it wasn't second grade. It was 5th grade. I kind of know where my classroom is at.
I would have been able to find stuff in my desk. So I was making these little, like, paper, like, forts. Like,
so you had to go through everyone's desk, and these people are sitting down.
No, they were
already.
like the open ones. You could just, like, look and see inside all of them. They were like the ones where it just faces you and you can, like, slide stuff into them. So I just been like, yeah, there's my little paper stuff. Now, what a dumb thing for a 5th grader to have. Now, is that dumb, though? I was playing Minecraft way before it was cool. Papercraft.
It is. So it's really good. It's very, very suspenseful and kind of like a crime anime. It's really good. It's so good. It's so
Nice.
good. You should watch it, Jacob. I think you would like it. I think you and Deanna would like it.
You and Jude keep trying to get me to watch anime, too. But then again, I was trying to get Deanna to watch Ghost in the Shell with me.
I very, very, very much recommend it. It's on Netflix.
Okay, erased. Alright, if I see it pop up, I'll point it out.
It just came on Netflix, so it should pop up.
Gotcha. Alright,
And that's all for media-wise. What's going on with you?
we watched Horrible Bosses. Very funny.
They have a second one.
Do they? Cool. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, go watch it if you want. You read the premise. That's all I got. Oh, I guess also I've been watching HGTV while we were at the hotel as well. And I'm unironically interested in that channel, so got me. Shiplap.
I like to watch the cooking shows and stuff like that every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'm like, I feel like a cooking competition show. And then recently, I watched all these seasons of The Worst Chefs in America.
Oh yeah?
And I watch it, and I'm like, this has to be rigged in some way. Because you have these people who, one of them only could make, a baked potato, and what they did was they put it in a plastic bag and stuck it in the microwave. That was their ability in cooking. And then all of a sudden, they're making stuff that I could never hope to make.
Well,
It's like, what?
nice.
And it's I think it's 2 months that they do it. Well, maybe more. How long are the episodes? 12 episodes?
Deanna follows a bunch of chefs and stuff on Facebook videos, and then she's always watched this one guy. She says if we don't work out, she's gonna hit him up. I think he hopefully lives over on the West Coast on you guys' side. Anyway, he cooks some pretty good stuff. She's made some an appetizer that she learned from that video.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty nice. I'm all for it.
Okay then. Are we ready to get into our topic?
Let's do it.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, our topic is Virginia. So, we've never been, I don't think.
I have been.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah, I visited Jamestown, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, they go through and I'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay. Well, I've never been, I don't think. So, a lot of what I'll be kind of talking about deals with articles. Now, before we get into that kind of stuff, first things, which I kind of have an idea of where you're going to go now with this question, because you just said something, but what's the first thing you think of when you hear of, Virginia? When someone's talking about Virginia, what's, the first thing you think of?
Well, I guess I got a visual mind, because the first thing I see is, the shape of it, vaguely. I bet if I tried to draw it, it would be pretty far off, but yeah, I think that's the first thing I would see as a shape. And then I know that it's pretty, there's a lot of colonial stuff. It was, spoiler alert, it was the first colony, so that's kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the first things that come to mind.
I think that's a super, super old spoiler alert. You should know that. My first thing I think of, and I could be totally wrong, but I think of FBI, right? Isn't the
FBI?
headquarters in there? In Quantico? I think it's Quantico, Virginia is the FBI quarter.
Oh,
So
I
any
didn't know that.
FBI show, Criminal Minds, they're in Virginia.
Ah, cool.
And then of course they fly to wherever they need to, where the serial
Gotcha.
case. But a lot of the FBI kind of stuff is same with I think Blacklist. No, wait, no, Blacklist is somewhere else. But I think there's been a couple times where they've gone to the headquarters, and it's in Virginia.
You definitely would not want to pirate videos in that neighborhood.
You shouldn't want to do it at all, Jacob.
Of course not. I use Netflix. Other
Exactly.
streaming services are available.
We do tend to talk about Netflix. Oh, we watch it on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix, Jacob.
Yeah.
You can watch it on Netflix, Jacob.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only thing I know of that you have, though. So
I broke into
that's tend to why I go.
broke into a house and cleaned out their DVD store. It was I stole a DVD and it was in it. That's how I get all of my movies. No, that's not true.
Oh wait, it's not the FBI headquarters. It's the FBI Academy. That's what's in Quantico. Anyways, let's get into it then. Shall we kind of start off with like history, or do we want to do like weird laws?
I
What do we want to do?
I have history.com open right now to Virginia, and I've skimmed it, and I'm ready to rattle off the quick notes if you want.
Well, let's go ahead.
All right,
Let's do that then.
Again, thanks to history.com. One of the 13 original colonies, Virginia was the first part of the country permanently settled by the English, who established Jamestown on the banks of James River in 1607. That's a long time ago. It's not that long ago, if you think about it. We're a pretty young country. But, yeah, like, the land has been here forever, but that's when it was established by, the Europeans. So, 1607, the home state of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and other founding fathers, Virginia played an important role in the American Revolution. Later on, it says that it's known for what's considered the final battle of the Revolution was fought in Virginia. Battle of Yorktown brought the revolution to an end. So, pretty historic site. It says there were 3 weeks of continuous bombardment. I think I've rambled on. How does this make you feel?
I'm glad we started off with this, but now we've lost all of our fans.
Yeah, if you fall asleep, wake back up.
Oh man, you even went to the History Channel and everything for this.
I like history, and the American Revolution is pretty interesting. American Revolution and also the, wait a second. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I thought you were ready.
Yeah, no, I had to make sure I read them right and was on track. I was talking about the Revolution both times. I was not talking about the Civil War. I was making sure I wasn't accidentally attributing the Civil War to it. But no, we're good. We're good. That's fact checking.
Okay.
It was the birthplace of 4 out of the 5 first U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe. Oh, wait, those weren't presidents. Those were... Well, they are presidents, but those weren't the first 4 of the first 5. More U.S. presidents than any other state have been born there is what I'm trying to get out. And it's a pretty state.
Okay, so we're going to go off facts. One of the things I found was like 10 fun facts about Virginia. So I guess one of their big things that they do is growing tobacco. And it talks about how Virginia was actually supposed to be a silk colony, but a fungus wiped out the trees that the worms feed on. And so they had to switch to tobacco.
That's really unfortunate.
William and Mary is the second oldest college in the country. That one, I don't think is so fun.
Imagine a world where silk was as popular as cigarettes.
I don't know.
At least the state, right? Alright, that's a dumb thought. Carry on.
Okay, Virginia gave birth to West Virginia and Kentucky.
Okay, cool.
Like he said, around half of the Civil War was fought in Virginia. I know you didn't say Civil War. You said American War. Well, Civil War too.
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure that the Battle of Yorktown is the American Revolution.
I think I remember learning about that, how Virginia was a big focal point in the Civil War. Because they were talking about how if they lost Virginia, that was it.
I want to say, I'm going to fact check this, but I believe that the capital used to be in Virginia. Let me look that up.
While you do that, this one, the first Thanksgiving was in Virginia.
Okay, cool.
Oh, this one's kind of interesting. There's an island where wild ponies have roamed for centuries.
Cool. Alright, I found this. Prior to establishing the nation's capital in Washington, D.C., the United States Congress and its predecessors had met in Philadelphia, Independence Hall and Congress Hall, New York City, Federal Hall, and a number of other locations. York, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the Maryland State House in Annapolis. Oh, and then it cuts off there. Alright, so Jamestown, the first European settlement, I got to visit there, and they have it, it's like a, not reenactment per se, but it's all historic sites that have been maintained and like kept up to look like they were when they were occupied back in the day. And it was pretty neat. We went through, we learned about blacksmithing, and they fired some muskets with like just the gunpowder, no no ball. And then, yeah, a bunch of other cool stuff. Got to eat some of the foods that they would have had then. And visit a bunch of sites. I was really young when we went. I believe I was in must have been middle school. Yeah, I just remember that always sticking out. I should probably go visit again now that I have a greater appreciation for the old U.S. history.
So, one last fact out of these 10. I didn't say them all. The last one, which kind of goes off of what you were saying, was Virginia is known as the mother of presidents because 8 of the U.S. presidents have come from Virginia. No other state has had as many presidents.
It's pretty impressive. Politics runs deep in the water there.
Okay, so let's do weird laws.
Weird laws. There's probably so much other history I'm skimming through the Capitol thing. There's probably so much other history of Virginia that we're missing that our wonderful fan.
But we're also kind of more comedy based too. So this wasn't supposed to be a history lesson.
Yeah,
Jacob.
take it or leave it. Hope you're laughing.
Okay, so let's do some weird laws. But first, don't you know it's recognized as the state for lovers?
That's good. For very romantic people.
It says that very few people know why Virginia is known for lovers, and the reason why is apparently they launched a Virginia tourism industry, and they focused, I guess, on love. And Virginia is for Lovers was launched in 1969 by Virginia's tourism industry, which considered younger generation as its target market. The baby boomers were known for their sense of venture and love of life and peace, hence the reasoning behind the slogan. So that is how it became recognized as the state for lovers.
Apparently Ella Fitzgerald was from Virginia. And I want to say not Oscar Wilde. Who's the U.S. poet? There's a lot of U.S. poets.
Don't you know, Virginia is also known for its weird laws. Like, really weird laws. So, this one is, it's illegal to tickle women.
Like strange women or like any women? Like you can't
tickle. It just says it's illegal to tickle women.
Your wife that you're married to? Or?
It just says it's illegal to tickle women. It's illegal to cuss about another person. But then it says, and if you swear at someone over the phone, you're looking at $100 fine.
I meant Walt Whitman, by the way. I thought he was from Virginia or wrote something about Virginia, but I was wrong. So
this next one is really, really weird. And as a kid, I would be pretty upset. It is illegal for kids to go trick or treating on Halloween.
What?
Let's see. It is legal for a man to beat his wife on the courthouse steps, but he must do so before 8 p.m.
Wow. You gotta think of that. You gotta get out of bed. You gotta get her up out of bed. You gotta coordinate that. By the time you get there, you're like, why can't we just go get breakfast instead? Alright, let's do it.
Before 8 p.m.? I think that's very possible.
Oh, 8 p.m. I thought 8 a.m. Oh, yeah. No, people are getting beat all day, aren't they?
Let's see here. It is illegal to sell lettuce and peanut brittle on Sunday. Huh. No salads for you on Sunday.
That is a weird law.
It's kind of like what they used to do in Georgia. You have to buy all your beer on Saturday because they don't sell beer on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not the same now, but back then that's how it was.
Right.
So, you want your salad. Don't you know, if you want your salad, you have to get all your stuff on Saturday.
What if you wanted, on a burger? What if they just give it to you for free? It's like, alright, the lettuce is free. And we're just selling you the stuff to put on top of it.
Man, I just so happen to want... It's kind of like Chick-fil-A, where you're you crave Chick-fil-A and it's Sunday. Man, I crave peanut brittle, and it's not.
I just had a salad from Chick-fil-A today. It was so good. And so when you said salads, I immediately thought of them. And I was like, oh, they're not open on Sunday either. Double whammy.
Well, shoot, this Sunday, my dad called and was like, why don't you guys get lunch? How about Chick-fil-A? And I was like, Dad, it's Sunday. Nope. He's like, oh, it is.
No can do. You go get your chicken filet. No. Mm-hmm. All right, carrying on.
It is illegal for bathtubs to be inside the home. Instead, they must be in the yard of the home. What?
That's interesting.
There's no way that one's true.
Yeah, bathe outside.
Why would you... How would you not have a bathtub in the house? What, do you only have showers in the house then? Like, this must be for like a specific county or something like that. I can't imagine all of Virginia. And like, send us a tweet or an email if this is true, but I don't think that is true.
You're feeding it to these people. This could be poison. Just eat it. No. There's everybody in Virginia listening. It's like, man, I need to get my bathtub out of here ASAP.
It's illegal for citizens not to honk their horn while passing other cars. Well.
So you have to do it.
Wow. Be like, who's honking at me?
Every car? There's like a stream of traffic coming the other direction. They're all just boop, 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 boop. That'd be annoying. And very unhelpful.
Oh, okay. This one sucks. If you're intoxicated but not driving your car, both the driver and you may be charged with DUI.
I've heard that. If you're even like, for sure, if you're sitting in the front seat, they can hit you with like intent to drive or something like that. So you got to be careful. Keys in the ignition for sure. But yeah, it's pretty strict. You're just in there, and then you and the passenger, because I guess like you're abiding.
This says but not driving your car. Like I guess
maybe
that's what it means. Maybe that's what you meant. But like the way I read this was that you are a passenger in the car and you're intoxicated.
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
But maybe that's what it means. No, because it says both the driver and you may be in charge. So you're not just sitting in the driver's seat not driving. You're a passenger.
Maybe you have to be in the back seat? I have no idea. You gotta go out in the trunk. Drunk people are considered cargo in Virginia.
On the roof.
You strap them down. This is so much fun!
They're not in the car.
They just vomit down. You just use your windshield wipers. Perfect. That's gross.
And this apparently is in Virginia Beach. Some of these have like states or counties next. I'm not states. Cities or counties next to it.
Gotcha.
It is illegal to flip a coin to determine who pays for coffee. I've heard that one before. That's in Richmond.
You gotta do a thumb war or something else. Before you order, you'd be like, all right, if it's odd, if it comes out odd, you get it. If it comes out even, I get it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
It's like flipping a coin. But then you could get clever and you could just like look at the prices and do the tax in your head. But you'd have to be pretty sharp to do that.
Dang, like at that point, if you can do that really quickly and in your head, you probably are the one that has the money to pay for it.
Yeah, right.
The grand finale. It is illegal to fornicate. And if you're married, it is illegal to have sex with the lights on.
Oh, you gotta do it in the dark. Wow. Because it's Virginia, so they have to have everyone staying virgins.
So, that is the last one. I agree with what these people are saying, which is Virginia is known for its weird laws, because it does. But you know what? We've read some of the other ones for, like, Florida and Georgia and stuff like that, and they have some weird ones too. But I don't think any of them are as weird as these.
I mean, okay, let me Google this. I was trying to say that... No, it's Massachusetts, I guess. I was going to say, does it have something to do with the Puritans? Was that... Where did the Crucible happen? In Salem, of course. And Salem is not in Virginia.
No, it's not.
Of course
I'm
it's
pretty
not.
sure that's in
ridiculous.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. Of course, I knew that. How could I not? There's a lot of them, too. Anyway, wow, that was a complete swing and a miss. Okay, I've ruined the whole credibility.
You're the one that's all like, history, and then you're like, well, Salem is in Virginia, right?
No, I actually knew somebody from Salem, Massachusetts as well, so shame on me. Anyway, yeah, we'll just edit that. Yeah, I don't know why the law could be like that.
I'm totally giving you that here, Jacob.
No
I don't know what you're
guesses.
talking about.
I would not even rather make a guess. It could be the Puritans, though. Wherever they are.
Well, still keeping it in, Jacob. You can keep trying to play it off.
Perfect.
So, thanks to Virginia for winning last month on most downloads. We look forward to seeing who would win this month, so make sure you get as many downloads as you can for your state. Colorado is in the lead, so maybe we'll be doing one on Colorado. Who knows? But thanks for listening to us, all of you guys. We greatly appreciate it. Please share, like, subscribe, follow. We don't tend to put out the podcast episodes on like a certain schedule, so it's best for you to follow or subscribe so that way you can get a notification as soon as we upload.
Or, just keep checking back every week or so.
Yeah, and then also if you have any, suggestions, feedbacks, commentaries, whatever you want, you can tweet us at don'tyouknowpod, or you can send us an email at don'tyouknowpod@gmail.com.
Bingo.
It made me think of Jeff Dunham. Until next time, guys. See ya.
See you.